名長官ユナイテッドエンパイア、今日は試合があった。そして彼がエンパイアの応援してくれるってよ。みんなブローキンテーブルポッドキャストよろしく。
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Broken Tables Podcast. This is episode number 60 with our Broken Tables Podcast Rampage Review. I don't know why I'm sounding all weird for this one. I am your host, Jeffrey Vegas, here with my co-host, as always, Rome, our Broken Predictions champion. How you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing good. I think you might just be nervous about what we got going on after the Rampage review.
I'm all nervous about these predictions because I didn't even watch SmackDown or anything. I have not a clue.
That's fine. It's all in good fun, and it's gonna be a good time. We're gonna have a few laughs about it. We'll try to stumble our way through SmackDown.
Absolutely.
What's going on to everybody in the chat?
Yes, welcome everybody. We got Coach Nick, we got Big T, we got Juan, and we got C back. Welcome everybody. Purpleness, hello.
Big T's got bars. Listen, tonight we are predicting that much is true. I'm going to beat Juan Jeff worse than a level 1 Pikachu? Oh my god, this man's straight fire. This is insane.
That was good. I like it.
That was great.
Let's get that fixed there. All right, so we are here tonight with our AEW Rampage review, and then later on tonight we are going to do some basically blind predictions for SummerSlam, I'm sorry. I don't think any of us have been paying attention to the E for the past few weeks, and I don't think any of us have any clue what happened tonight on SmackDown, so blind reviews or blind predictions it will be.
Just answer your question, Juan. That's going to have to be up to the general manager of the promotion. This belt was mine, and I donated it to the podcast. Once, when I retire and I give the belt up, I surrender the belt because no one will beat me, then I'm just going to keep this physical belt and they'll have to get a new belt. So you'll have to talk to the GM about that. What I
was thinking is in place of my Dark Order belt, the belt would go there, and there would also be a sign I would make that would say current champion, whoever's name it may be.
That's a good idea. I like that.
That'd be cool. All right, so let's get into it here tonight. We started off tonight with a really excellent episode of Rampage, actually. Let me get to my notes here. We started with the trios match. That's right, with the Best Friends versus Satnam Singh, Sanjay Dutt, and Jay Lethal. I actually really liked this match, man. There was a lot of good interactions in this match. Like Orange Cassidy, his interactions with Sanjay Dutt at the end of this was really, really, really well done. I don't know if Sanjay can't wrestle anymore or anything like that, but I thought he did well, but he really didn't do much other than take an orange punch,
Yeah, I was actually really happy with everything that was involved with this match. I was really impressed because I was going into this match trying to think about who's going to win, who's going to lose, because I think the Best Friends are clearly destined for the Trios Tag Tournament. And I feel like you don't want Satnam to lose. I mean, I guess you could have Jay Lethal lose. And I didn't think that they were going to have Sanjay lose, to be honest, because he's kind of legend. Like, he is a legend. He's coming in doing, a part-time match. So I was like, a one-off. So I was like, okay. But, all things considered, I thought it was perfect. I was really confused when Sanjay came out in the suit.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, he's probably gonna take the pin and not do much tonight.
I thought he was gonna weasel his way out of the match somehow and just stand out on the side, because he was, like you said, he was in a full-blown suit, and it wasn't a tearaway like Andrade's or anything like that. It was just a real suit. I think Jericho even said that's a $5,000 suit.
He did. One of the few points tonight that Jericho did really well on commentary.
Oh, dude. The first thing I wrote is, oh, God, we're back to screaming Jericho on commentary, because he was yelling and screaming like a madman again. But they turned his volume down a bit, and it was perfect. I thought he did great all night.
Yeah, I did point out, or not point out, I noticed Jim Ross, man, did 3 hours.
Did he? He went over to Rampage as well. Okay.
Yeah, he was on Rampage
Yeah,
tonight,
you're
and
right. Yeah, remember I
I
pointed out he started off Dynamite. Okay. Yeah.
yeah, I don't even like. Again, people give Jim Ross a hard time because he's 70 years old doing this, and he makes some mistakes. But like, man, I love having Jim Ross on commentary. Let the guy do it as long as he's able. Like,
I agree.
he's so much fun to listen to. He's the voice of many of our childhoods. Um, so I'm all about it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
me too, actually.
But this was a really fun match. Great match to have on Rampage.
Yo, we just received our very first donation from Scott Seifer of $5.
What's
Thank
up,
you,
Scott?
Scott.
Thanks, man.
No message was included, but thank you very much, Scott.
Yeah, appreciate that, man. The donations are going towards the new championship belt, which I'm really excited about. Jeff and I have been working on it for a little bit.
I've been waiting for somebody to trigger that, man. Like,
I know I like the Danhausen thing. That was really cool. But we
yeah.
appreciate it all the same. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you very much.
But yeah, man, I really enjoyed the dynamic here where it was like Orange Cassidy wanted Satnam Singh, which is
Yeah,
just
that was
incredible.
excellent.
And then at first Cassidy's doing the kicks to Sanjay, and Sanjay wants nothing to do with it, so he tags out.
He wanted nothing to do with it.
And man, I love this finish for so many reasons. It's just so Sanjay comes out and he starts playing along with Cassidy, so it was hilarious. Orange Cassidy takes Sanjay's pencil and breaks it, and I'm like, oh wow, like they broke his pencil.
At
Sanjay
first-
always has the pencil.
At first, I didn't realize the significance of it, but immediately Excalibur was like that custom-made pencil, and I was like, oh, okay.
It's his thing. He always has it behind his ear, and also he helps with the booking.
Yeah.
So like that's why Jericho was like, just erase his name off the
Erase his name off the sheet. That was a good fourth wall break.
Yeah, I really appreciated that. But yeah, man, I thought it was just so smart to have Orange Cassidy do the punch to Sanjay, so we got to enjoy seeing Sanjay Dutt even minimally in the ring. Best Friends held Satnam Singh by his legs on the apron, so he couldn't get in. And it was just perfect because like I didn't think Best Friends should lose, but it didn't make sense for Satnam to lose yet. So this was a really well executed booking here, in my opinion.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
Juan, you can donate, and we have a donation link, and we also have a merch link. Doing either of those things supports the show. We really appreciate it. No pressure though, and
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, everything that's put into the show is to make the show better.
Absolutely.
So,
but again, Scott, thank you very much. I've been wanting that to trigger I think I've had it for about 4 or 5 days now. So thank you very much.
awesome.
There's also one for merch. If anybody wants to do a shirt or anything or a hat, there's a new one for merch as well.
I'm just saying, everyone in the King's Court needs to have a King's Court hat. I'm waiting for my paycheck on Wednesday to hit before I buy mine.
Yeah,
but
I'm probably gonna buy a bunch one day and do some giveaways. Our main guys here will probably receive one.
Definitely.
So what did I put it at? I did exclamation Omega chat. That's how you donate.
Yeah.
I
Something
forgot
else
how
that
I did
was just to get back on this, something else that was really cool. Wardlow making the save in the post-match beatdown, and my thought process here was, see, old man Jeff was asking like, I don't understand why Orange Cassidy's getting involved with Wardlow, and I'm like, see, this is Tony Khan, man. You weren't thinking about this. He has Wardlow, who now respects Orange Cassidy, right? Wardlow sees Orange Cassidy getting beat down by, bad people. Jay Lethal, Satnam Singh. And Wardlow's like, I'm going to go help Orange Cassidy because I respect that man. And so here we have it. 4D chess by Tony Khan. Great booking. Because now we got Wardlow. We have Wardlow's next program ready to go. It'll probably be Jay Lethal, and it might end up with a match with Satnam Singh. I'm sure it will. But yeah, man, this was really cool.
Yeah, so you think it's going to be Wardlow and Satnam, or Wardlow and Lethal first?
That's a great question. I'm not really sure. I'm going to go with Jay Lethal.
Yeah, I think we'll build
because,
to it first, but I do think it'll eventually lead to Satnam.
Yeah, have Satnam build up some more wins. He hasn't had a singles match yet, so that's a problem.
Like, you think he could even powerbomb him? Like,
oof, I don't know.
that'd be
I mean,
crazy.
I'm sure they're trying to figure it out if he can. I'm sure that they like get the crash pads out and they're like, try to powerbomb me.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I think that would be a great. Wardlow's kind of the prototype babyface strongman. Like, that's what they're kind of going for with Wardlow. Wardlow isn't anything that like recreates the wheel. It is a classic babyface wrestling trope that works.
Yeah.
And I mean, beating a man who's 7'4", it goes with that. So
Absolutely.
I mean, I see that being the case. Well, we might have someone join the show in a little bit. That's surprising. It's not Tiger. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a really fun opener. I had a lot of fun.
Exactly. It was a lot of fun. That was what I was going to say.
It was great. Yeah.
Cassidy made it a lot of fun. So did Sanjay. So yeah, it was great. Orange Cassidy picks up the pin there with the 1-2-3 after the orange punch on Sanjay Dutt's face. Oh, he just collapsed like a pile of bricks, didn't he? He just fell face first onto the mat. Next up, we had a really nice video package for FTR with their match against the Briscoes, which was revealed today to be a 5-star match, by the way. I do believe that was ranked higher than their first match. Their first match, I believe, was 4.75 stars. So Meltzer did enjoy this one a little bit better. What do you think of that?
No, Meltzer gave both matches 5 stars.
Oh, he did. Okay, good, excellent. So this was a great video package, and next up after that was Ethan Page versus Leon Ruff, and I don't know why I didn't expect this to go this way, but in hindsight, I'm like, I should have saw this coming. So it was an absolute squash match on Leon Ruff. And for some reason, I thought we were actually going to see a longer match. But now that I've seen it, I'm like, yeah, that's what should have happened.
Yeah, it is. Real quick, Big T asking, where does Joe go from here? I don't know. I think, again, Ring of Honor is really weird right now. It's kind of hard to see where they're going with stuff. I mean, I'm sure he'll do some matches soon to kind of continue to defend that title. But I mean, we'll see. Juan asking if they're 8-star FTR now. No, I believe the stars refer to the belts that they've won.
It's 7-star at the moment. Yep.
Yeah, so they're still 7-star because they won the Raw, SmackDown, NXT.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And then AEW, IWGP,
AAA,
and Ring of Honor. That's why they're 7. They're 7-star FTR, not because they have 5-star matches, but because they have a star for each tag title that they've won.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go, Juan. We just answered it for you. You're probably a couple seconds behind there.
Yeah, no worries.
So, did you notice after Ethan Page squashed this kid, he looked like he mouthed something, and I think they even said it. He mouthed, "I hate it here."
Yeah, so this is actually something that I had a serious problem with tonight, right? So Ethan Page is going down this route of disgruntled heel employee, right? And like, here's the thing: the way the AEW books is with fans in mind who are not dumb. Like, sometimes you can't just be like a typical heel. You know what I mean? Like, we're seeing it with MJF right now. I personally am kind of sick of the like heel where he doesn't like being here thing. It's not the first time AEW's done it. And again, I understand why they do it. It's the same reason why the JAS's heel gimmick is that they're sports entertainers, because pro wrestling fans don't like sports entertainers.
Yeah.
The AEW core fan base, whether they watch WWE or not, they hate sports entertainment. They hate what they picture when they see sports entertainment. So to see Ethan Page kind of go down this route where it's like, well, I'm going to be a heel who's going to be loud and obnoxious, and I'm going to tell the fans how much I hate the thing that they love. I don't know. It's just kind of wears thin with me. I mean, even if it's part of the plan and part of the booking, like, if I enjoy the promotion itself, I don't want to see a talent constantly tear the place down. it just kind of like I'm just not interested in it. You know what I mean? And that's preference. Some people look at it and like, oh, that's great heel work. Like it's the desired effect because you don't like him because of it. And yeah, to an extent, but at the same time, it's just I kind of rolled my eyes when he did it. And you know that it's a work because Excalibur said, oh, he said it looks like he mouthed, I hate it here. So like if that was a shoot, which it wouldn't be a shoot. I don't know why it would be a shoot. But if it was a shoot, you know, they wouldn't have said it. Rampage is taped, so they would have cut away from him saying it.
Yep.
Like, it's a work. It's absolutely a work. And it's just like, all right, well, this is very tiresome. This is something that I don't have any interest in him pursuing, you know? And Stokely was watching, so I guess maybe Dan Lambert's wrapping up. Maybe he's done, which is a shame because Dan was excellent. Dan was one of the few exceptions where I hate this place worked. And that was because he hated this place because it wasn't the 70s of wrestling. So, like, that worked. But for me, the whole, like, if this is going to be Ethan Page's thing where he's like, I just fucking hate being here, then I'm like, all right, well, I have no interest in that.
Yeah, you know, it almost feels like he's replacing MJF with that character, you know?
Kinda. Again, like, I'm also really sick of... Sorry, I'm really sick of this MJF thing, too. I'm just like, it's just worn very thin with me.
Yeah.
I'm just like, all right, well, if it's a work, let's bring him back. I mean, something really interesting came out the other day, today or yesterday, that AEW actually has a similar injury / being out policy as WWE does, whereas you being out extends your contract.
Okay.
Which was an interesting thing to learn, and apparently, according to I believe it was the Observer, a few talent are currently experiencing this. Not that they're trying to get out of their contracts, but it was just revealed that like, hey, like if you're out injured, they have a right to extend your contract the same way WWE does.
Huh. Okay.
Which I mean, it's good and bad. I mean, like I understand the wanting to get your money's worth from both companies. I mean, WWE and AEW both doing it. I mean, I don't believe in keeping people captive, but I mean at the same time, if you're signed for a certain amount of dates and like you're just kind of on the shelf for like 6 months to a year, like I as long as they're still paying you during it, I understand it. I understand the talent might not like it, but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I got you.
And Juan's right. That is going to put some heat on TK, but I mean, again, it is a business, and like I don't. Again, it's a you got to depends on how you look at it. Like you got to look at it from as a business perspective. It makes sense. Like if you sign, I don't know. Let's say I don't know how long Bryan Danielson's contract is, but let's say Bryan Danielson signs with AEW for a year, right? And they spend all this time hyping up Bryan Danielson, getting him in here, making T-shirts, making like promotional material, all this stuff, right? And like, let's say Bryan Danielson gets hurt, God forbid, and this guy's out for 10 out of his 12 months. He's there for 2 months, gets hurt. It's a 10-month injury. He's on the shelf for his whole contract.
Yeah.
If you're Tony Khan, you spent a lot of money bringing this guy in.
Oh, yeah.
And you paid him the whole year. Like, you should be able to use him for that year.
Yeah. So it makes sense to do that in the contract, actually. It's probably a normal thing in the wrestling world.
Yeah. Big T saying Ethan Page had a bad run-in with fans at one of the comic book shops. He was reported as not a happy camper. Huh.
Yeah, and I hesitate to call the one he had a bad run-in with a fan. I tend to believe it was one of those people that wants a bunch of things signed so they could go throw it on eBay, and then they try to make a stink about it. You know,
you always got to be careful about that, because those things are terrible. Like, he probably was in a comic book shop. He might have been filming his toy vlog.
Yeah, he probably was.
You never know.
Yeah.
It's a shame, but you know.
All right. Well, next up was a backstage promo with Cole Carter, with QT Marshall coming up to basically say that I hear you've been hanging with the wrong crowd, kind of referring to his failed drug test.
Yeah.
And he basically invited him to the team, right? That's what it seemed like.
Yeah, he got invited to join the factory. He referenced QT referenced where he was previously and what happened previously. And yeah, he gave him an invitation. I don't know if Cole's gonna be a babyface or a heel moving forward, but if I actually would say have him join the factory, spice it up a little bit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Big T saying he got swarmed Wednesday at the local comic book shop. They hounded him. Oh yeah, so yeah, I don't. You can't look at that type of thing, and as people that aren't famous, it's very easy for us to be like, I don't understand why he couldn't just sign a few things. But like these guys are like everywhere they go, they're hounded. Whenever they're in town, other people know that they're in town. So it's like it's not like you could just like be incognito. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Yeah, like it sucks. It really
I mean,
sucks. It's a really shitty part of the whole thing.
usually you should know, like, if the Bucks are gonna be in town, go find the Nike store. You know what I mean?
Right,
Or go
exactly.
find the shoe store. Like,
Yeah, go to the toy store. You know
yeah,
that Ethan Page does one for every
exactly.
town they're in. Like,
Yep. But still, this Cole Carter thing, I'm interested to see him join the factory. Actually, the factory was getting just as stale to me as the Dark Order, if not even worse. You know, they like belong on Dark over there. But I enjoyed how they reference his past, and he said, you could sleep in your own bed this time, not with the fishes.
yeah,
That was good. That was good.
yeah. Second time
Uh,
we made that joke. So as long as they don't make the joke a third time, it's still funny.
yeah, right. Two
Next
times.
time, next time it won't be funny.
No,
This time
exactly.
it was still funny.
All right, next up was Lee Moriarty versus Matt Sydal, the teacher versus student match here. Um, I absolutely loved Chris Jericho for the moment here at the beginning of this when Matt Sydal was doing his peace, love, pro wrestling thing. And Jericho was like, I hate this peace, love, and pro wrestling bullcrap. I want violence. And I was like, yes, yes, Chris. Like, because
Yeah,
that's
didn't
how
he
I
say
feel.
like violence, destruction, sports entertainment? It's like what the fuck?
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean?
Oh man. But yeah, I thought this was a really good match. I mean, it was fun to watch. Um, I didn't get to take a lot of notes for it because I was setting up for the stream at this point. Rampage is always kind of a lot less commercial downtime, so I didn't get to write anything down. But I enjoyed the match watching it as I was setting up. But
Yeah,
yeah,
Stokely Hathaway comes and interferes with the match about 3/4 of the way through. He pulls Matt Sydal's foot off the top rope as he's trying to go off the top. Moriarty takes advantage, hits his finisher, which is called the. Oh, you know what? I'm not sure what that finisher was called because it wasn't the 3 count. After that, he put him in what's called the Border City Stretch, and Matt Sydal taps out. So we got Lee Moriarty looking like he may join Stokely Hathaway. I doubt he's going to join the Jade side of things. I think it'll be more like Mark Sterling, how he just has separate clients and they don't really interact. So I
yeah,
think that'll be
definitely.
nice.
Yeah, I think it's cool to see Stokely building up a clientele. That means that they have plans for him moving forward. Like I like these managers in AEW. They have some pretty good managers here. And to see them build up these clientele means we see more of them, which is great.
Lee gonna be a baddie.
Big T was saying Stokely had a shoving contest with a fan. It was kind of funny.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
didn't catch that.
kind of
However,
scary to be honest.
Wheeler Yuta today, for those that didn't see it, defended his pure championship against Stokely Hathaway. This did happen. Check it out. I believe that it was Stokely tweeted it out and AW retweeted it. So
Yeah, check it out. After this was a really good Britt Baker promo on Thunder Rosa. I guess, leading us to believe that next up for Rosa is Britt Baker again. Is that what you took from this?
that's what I took from it. I'm hoping for a swerve for it to be Jamie Hayter.
Yeah, me too.
It's really weird because maybe it's a booking problem. Maybe this is something Tony Khan needs to improve a little bit on. But I feel like the women's division. So I have two trains of thought here. I feel like the women's division is really strong in terms of the roster. I really like the roster of women that AEW has put together, right?
Yeah.
So why is it that Thunder Rosa, I feel like there's nobody to line up to face her? Is that weird? Like she beat Britt, and then she beat Tony Storm, and and Nyla Rose, right? And like I just feel like there's so many other options on the roster, and yet Serena Deeb too. Okay, so she's had 4 defenses. I just feel like there's still like so many women on the roster who could get a shot, and yet like we're just I don't know, like nothing right now makes sense to me, and like nobody seems ready. And I almost want to blame it on the TBS championship because you got so many talented women focusing on that belt that like the world championship has kind of taken a back seat. And you could say that that's kudos to Jade and a knock against Thunder Rosa, but I mean Jade's gotten more TV time than Thunder Rosa, which has been kind of odd. Like it's a very odd move from Tony Khan because I do think Tony Khan likes Thunder Rosa. I mean, otherwise she wouldn't have beaten Britt Baker, Tony Khan's jewel of the women's division, because she is. That's just the truth. You know that she's the star in the promotion in terms of women. So it's just I don't know. It just seems really weird to me.
No, I think you hit the nail on the head with Jamie, because they actually made it a point on Wednesday when they announced the tag team match against Thunderstorm, or whoever. They are having a tag team match, right? They said that they've only won one match together as a team with Jamie Hayter and Britt. So I really do think we're going to go down this road of, you know, Jamie turning on Britt, Jamie going to be getting this title shot. And, you know, like you were saying, there's not a lot of women that make any sense. I think Jamie Hayter makes perfect sense right now. It's time to elevate Jamie Hayter to that next level because everybody loves her. There's not a single person that I know of that watches AEW who's not a hater. And it's not Britt. It's not time for Britt again. So I actually really, really think that's where they're going. And I think it's a very good direction if that's where it's going.
And it seems like, just going through some chats real quick.
Well, Big T just went right where I was going. It's kind of crazy. It's almost like he just read my mind. He says he got a feeling Statlander is going to eventually dethrone Jade. If you were watching the opening for Rampage tonight, like right at the very, very beginning, they showed a TNT or a TNT graphic, and it was Statlander all by herself, just her and the graphic. So they're definitely got their eyes on her.
Oh yeah, I mean that's where I've been thinking they've been going for a while. So let's see here. The coach is saying he wants Hater. Yeah, he's a hater.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Big T saying, yeah, way too early for Britt again. I agree with that. Juan's asking us, do you think the women's roster of AEW will be better than WWE's, and in how many years' time if you had to predict? I would say that I prefer AEW's women division right now. I think that the biggest thing holding it back is, again, I think the roster is very bloated, and a lot of the women. It's not a women only issue. It happens to a lot of the men too. It's just there's just not enough TV time to go around, and it does hurt some of the talent.
So I'll say this. I think WWE's roster is much stronger at the moment, but they do not have a better division or product, is what I'm saying. Like, the booking is horrifying on that.
So are you saying that you think WWE has a better roster? You're not saying that they have a better roster for women.
The women's roster, I do think overall is I think it is actually much better. The amount of women they have that can put on fantastic matches, I think, is higher than AEW's.
Okay, well, so let's have a discussion, because I would like, can you list some?
Okay. So we got Becky Lynch, we got Charlotte Flair,
she's been very unenticing for
they are getting stale and older, but like they're tried and true. Like, they don't have terrible matches all the time.
But I'm talking about right now. And again, I understand that I don't watch the product, but I catch clips on Twitter, and when I see Becky Lynch, I just don't want to see it anymore.
So yeah, the Becky Lynch character is terrible right now, but
it's off.
As a wrestler is what I'm kind of like the talent level is what I'm going after. You know what I mean?
I'm looking for total package. Like, if I can't stand you and I don't want to watch you, then that's a problem. But Charlotte, okay, Charlotte, but she's
So
out right now.
I'm not sure how you feel about Liv Morgan, but Liv Morgan's decent.
I think she's a very likable person.
Yes.
I guess we'll see her tomorrow, so I can tell you what I think about her wrestling.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen Liv Morgan wrestle since she was in the Riot Squad, so
Okay.
it's been a minute.
Carmella, like Coach Nick said, you know,
I
whether
don't
or
like
not
Carmella.
you like
That is
her or
somebody
not,
that I
she
do
does
not-
put on decent matches.
I can't stand Carmella.
The mask thing she was doing was atrocious. I don't know what that was, but you know, I'm just more going off of quality of like potential quality of matches. You could put together just about any match in the E and they're going to have a quality match. And a lot of times in AEW right now, you're probably not going to get that if you just threw two randoms together. It's probably not going to be the greatest.
I mean, I'm just making the argument that I think that AEW, the problem is AEW does not have as much TV time as WWE has.
Sure.
Therefore, whether the booking's good or not, and whether the matches last a few, like more than 2 minutes or not, they're still getting more matches.
Oh yeah, how'd I forget about Bailey? Oh man, Bailey's like
Bailey's
one
been
of my
out
favorites.
for 2 years. That's why you're.
Yeah,
you
Bailey
forgot
and
about
Bianca are both great. You know,
that's a fair argument. Again,
Yeah.
I'm just looking at it right now. Like if you lined up the divisions, like I love Bailey. Bailey's amazing.
Yeah.
And I really like Charlotte. And like I could go through WWE's women division and pick out girls that I would like to watch and I think they're great. For me, I think that it's a quality over quantity thing because for every Bailey that's on the WWE roster, there's I don't even fucking know who I want to pick. You could pick any of them out of the barrel.
Yeah.
Like Lacey Evans. For every Charlotte Flair or Bailey, there's at least one Lacey Evans to kind of counterbalance that.
Yeah.
When I look
got
at the
you.
AEW women's division, I think it's strong. You got Jade, you got Thunder, you got Britt, you got Jamie, you got Tony Storm, you got Chris Statlander, you have Athena. Like that's
Yeah, I
8
agree.
women right there, and that's really just looking at the women that are on TV regularly. Like there are other like Hikaru Shida, Serena Deeb.
Yeah.
You know, they
I
get,
tell
they
you
get
what.
Riho to come in, they get Emi Sakura to come in, Nyla's there. Like I don't know. I just think that I think the AEW women's roster is more consistent than the WWE women's roster. If we were to put the two together, would some of the WWE wrestlers end up on top? Not on top, but in the upper echelon of the list? Absolutely. But like I'm looking at it as a complete total list. I would rather Tony Khan book the AEW women's roster than watch Tony Khan book the WWE women's roster.
I can get with that. But I do got to say the AEW roster is only one Sasha away from blowing WWE out of the water. So that's...
Well, that was my second line of thought. I know we just went on like a major tangent there, but my second line of thought is maybe they're keeping Thunder Rosa kind of just in standby because she's got a program coming up with somebody that isn't in the company yet.
Yeah, and Coach Nick has a really good point. There's just not enough time for the women in AEW. Like that extra hour on Raw, you wouldn't think that it was that important, but when you look at it in this respect, like that extra hour really does give them, you know, the opportunity to do that.
I mean, I'll do Coach one better. I don't think there's enough TV time for anybody for men or women. It's not a women exclusive problem,
Especially with Ring of Honor taking up time now.
Again, we see a guy like Ethan Page. The guy's super talented, and he wrestles on TV once every month, and he was on TV for 30 seconds tonight. And like the other problem is that WWE has more time. They also do less. They spend less time on each thing. So it's like WWE, like say on Monday Night Raw, they have more time. They have that extra hour. They also do 3-minute matches instead of AEW. Again, it's a quality versus quantity argument. AEW, 2 hours of live TV a week, 1 hour of tape TV a week, plus Dark and Elevation. But let's focus on TV because TV is what gets the main focus for storylines. Jeff is currently showing a bottle.
That is a bottle of wildflower mead I brewed and bottled in December of 2021.
I thought you opened that last week when Vince left.
That was a year-old bottle. This is just like 7 months. I just found this case of bottles that I forgot I made, and I was like, ooh.
Gotcha. And the coach kind of hits the nail on the head. Give us another AEW show. You know, and it really needs to be done. We've talked about it. I really hope this TV deal leads to a 2-hour Rampage that's live, because I'm excited for Rampage next week because it's live, and we also have Battle of the Belts next week, which I didn't realize was coming up on us. So that's going to be really cool to do. Is we're going to have more AEW wrestling next week, which is awesome. And it's just, I don't know. It's just they just need more TV time, and I hope the TV deal leads to more TV time. It's what they really need. They just need more time. Tony Khan does a great job with what he's got, but he just needs more time.
Give me 2-hour Rampage. I don't want 3 hours of Dynamite or anything like that. Give me a 2-hour Rampage, man. It's time. I really think it's time for a live 2-hour Rampage.
Yeah. To answer Big T and Coach, I mentioned it too. I mean, they're a little behind because of the chat. It's live next week because they're taping Battle of the Belts. So we're gonna get Dynamite on Wednesday live, and then Friday what they'll do is they're going to film Battle of the Belts, which will come on Saturday, and then Rampage is live. They do that because they're not going to film Dark, Elevation, Dynamite, Rampage, and Battle of the Belts on a Wednesday. That's just ridiculous. That would be wild on a Wednesday night, a weekday, on a weeknight. So yeah, they're gonna do live Rampage and they're gonna film Battle of the Belts. So, you know, it's gonna be. It always helps. It always definitely helps these Battle of the Belts weeks.
Yeah, I love the Battle of the Belts episodes too. We get a lot of championship matches, and it's usually a banger. It's funny because people always talk shit on the booking for them, you know, ahead of time, and then it turns out to just be a freaking awesome show, and they're like, oh, oops.
Right.
All right, next up was a little celebration from Claudio addressing the fans for his win of his Ring of Honor World Championship. He put out a really nice little speech here, and he called out Wheeler Yuta. And holy shit, did Wheeler Yuta get some chants, man. There was Yuta, 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 like as loud as I've heard, even in Philly. They compared to us, man. That was impressive.
Yeah, shout out to Big T.
Yeah, shout out Big T.
Yeah, he was there. He was chanting. He started the chant. Probably.
You started the chant, T?
He definitely did. So anyways, yeah, I thought this was a really fun little segment we got here. I really liked the confidence that Wheeler Yuta showed, as he should now. He's a star. I love the confidence he showed against Chris Jericho. I thought that this was a really good promo. It definitely leaned in the silly direction, which I know some people don't always like, and I think there's a time and a place to get silly, not funny but silly. And yeah, it was good. I mean, he worked Chris Jericho into giving up his title shot. So
that was excellent.
You know, that's what he was going for. That's what he was trying to do. I really love when he says, "I could beat you, Jericho." Claudio, do you think I could beat Jericho? Yeah. Mr. Regal, do you think I could beat Chris Jericho? And William Regal fucking looks at him. He gives him this fucking look, and he's like, "Absolutely," or definitely. He says definitely. And I'm just like, I was cracking up.
Yeah,
and
that was excellent.
And so Jericho gets worked, and he's like, all right, fine. We'll face each other next week on Dynamite. And Wheeler Yuta's like, nah, I'm good. He's like, what do you mean you're good? He's like, what do you mean? Yeah, he's like, I know I can beat you. I don't need to wrestle you. And like Jericho looked so offended. Like, like you would have thought like somebody had killed his dog. Like he looked so upset.
Release the hounds.
The hounds are dead. But so then Jericho gets worked and he puts his title on the line, or his title shot on the line next week.
Yeah, so Wheeler Yuta could go up against Jon Moxley at the Quake by the Lake, huh?
Wonders if they go that route.
It's wild if they do, man, but I think they're going to go the route of Danielson being jealous.
Maybe, I don't know, but so here's what I'm thinking, right? So Jericho beat Eddie. Jericho's coming off this win. And I think, like, if this past week showed you anything, it's that Tony Khan is now in, like, he is revved up and he is going to his young guys and he's elevating them and he's evolving them. So, I mean, I think we got to make it a shirt. I think that having Wheeler Yuta, so like they've done such a great job making Wheeler Yuta a star, right? Like they've done such an amazing job building this guy up, and I fucking love it so much. The only thing that's escaping him is an established win. Now, if Daniel Garcia is going to beat Bryan Danielson, wouldn't it make sense based off of the factions for them to trade this off and let Wheeler Yuta beat Chris Jericho? If Wheeler Yuta beats Chris Jericho, that would be insane.
That'd be nuts. That
being said, they've already kind of hyped up that Mox wants to face the Lionheart. So, like, the fact that they're making that kind of plan makes me think the other way, where they're just going to go the safe route and have Jericho versus Mox. And I think either way is great. I think that you can have Wheeler Yuta go in there and lose and still look like $1 million. So, we'll see what happens. Yeah.
All right, next up was what we were all waiting for, I am sure, the acclaimed music video that was absolute fire, by the way, especially for a wrestler being a rapper. Like, come on, like if you're going to try to judge this like a real rap song and video, you know, whatever. This was absolutely great for a wrestler being a rapper. And looks like we need to go over to the King's Court real fast. Go right ahead, sir.
Yo. Listen. I love the Acclaimed. That's all I have to say. You gave me the box, and I appreciate it. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure you gave me the box. I appreciate it. I love the Acclaimed. The Acclaimed are so good. They are like one of my favorite gimmicks going on.
Oh, and Big T says they didn't play that live, so that's cool.
I think that's a good thing.
That was a good thing.
You got to come home and watch it. Like, thank you, Big T. I've been here. I've been to those live shows, and you can barely hear those promos sometimes. So, like, I would have much rather watched that at home. I'm gonna watch it after the show tonight, like probably like another 3 times before I go to bed.
It's got to be on YouTube.
I think someone shared it in the Discord. Which, if you're not in our Discord, by the way.
Oh, that's right. I think Big T popped it in the Discord.
Yeah, we have fun chats all day in the Discord. Please join the Discord. But yeah, it was such a fun rap music video and promo. I almost said promo. It's a promo, and that's the beauty of this gimmick. It's like it's a promo, but it's also a music video, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun when I watch the Acclaimed.
Yeah, absolutely. Me too.
And we're gonna get a dumpster match on Dynamite.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. A dumpster match, huh?
I think it's really fitting. I think it works. I mean, they keep calling. I mean, the Ass Boys are Trash Boys. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that was great. The Trash Boys.
But I think this will be fun. I mean, you know what? Another thing that I thought about this and I liked about it, and it, art is poetry. Beautiful storytelling can be quite poetic. And maybe you don't remember this, Jeff, but I'm gonna take you a little trip down memory lane. I hope you're ready for it.
Getting kind of old. The memory's a little fuzzy.
Yeah, I know. How you doing, Jeff?
I'm doing excellent, sir. Okay.
So let me rewind the clock a little bit to back when you were in your 30s. Okay, the year was the late 90s, early 2000s. I don't know the exact year, but we had a match in the Fed, and it was a dumpster match. It was Mick Foley and Terry Funk, Cactus Jack at the time, I believe.
I have a quick question.
The New Age Outlaws.
I have a quick question. How old do you think I am?
You'll see in a little bit. Anyways, Big T pointed out after I said it. At the same time I said it, whatever. Yeah, I think this is an homage to that match. I mean, Billy Gunn is one of the Outlaws. He was in that match, and it's going to be the Gun Club versus the Acclaimed in a dumpster match. That's Big T once again as the King's Court, killing it. And the coach also killing it. Both members of the King's Court pointing out this stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
The coach saying, how come we always say the same stuff? It's because we're all part of the King's Court, where we all think on the same page, and I love you guys for it. It makes it. I enjoy it because it validates my opinions. I love that we all can agree on these things because my opinions feel so validated. So an old man Jeff makes me do that squinty eye thing that I do. Like I don't have to worry about it. I could be like, yeah, you know what? This is good. I'm totally in the right here.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know? Man. So speaking of Road Dogg here real fast.
Yes.
This dude done put his foot in his mouth if he ever wanted to get a job in AEW. Like, come on, man. Like, come on.
Now, if you want to look up pathetic in the dictionary, right? This man went on Busted Open Radio. And he really said, I don't know why Tony Khan won't hire me. I see shit on AEW and it's appalling. They should bring me in and I'll fix it. And I'm like, what? Like you're publicly airing your grievances. Big T saying, "Oh no, what did he do?" So Road Dogg went on Busted Open Radio, and you can find it. It's on their podcast version of the show. So if you go look up the show, you can find it. I think it was like the Thursday episode, it was the Thursday episode, and basically he kind of he aired his grievances kind of publicly. He's like, I don't understand why Tony Khan won't hire me. I want to know why Tony Khan won't give me a job. I see shit on AEW that appalls me. Tony Khan should bring me in so I can save AEW. It's just like, dude, stop. What are you doing? Like, and the sad thing is that Triple H hasn't hired him yet either.
Dude.
So it's like, it's bad right now. It's really bad to be a Road Dogg guy.
To give you an idea of what he did, imagine going up to a billionaire of a CEO of a major company, whatever company you choose, and being like, you're running your company like shit. You should hire me to do it. Like, that's what he did.
It's ridiculous. When I saw this, right? Because I knew Road Dogg was sniffing for a job, right? I get it. The guy wants to be a part of the wrestling business. It's in his blood. It's in his family. He loves it. Great. Cool. What the fuck are you doing?
Exactly.
Like, why are you going around like saying like, Tony Khan, I demand to know why you won't give me a job? Like this is not the way to get a job, man.
Is it a work though? Like, could we someday see him, like Billy, bring him in and he's still like, hire me, Tony, what the hell's the matter with you? You know, like, I don't know.
Maybe.
I doubt it. I doubt it. Because it's not helping AEW right now, other than, I mean, an E guy is talking about them, so that is eyes on something, but
again, it's the same thing we talked about with the Ethan Page thing. It's like, all right, well, this is a work. His gimmick is that he fucking hates AEW, and I'm like, I don't care about that. Like,
yeah, those are the people I block on Twitter. So like, yeah, I don't think I like that gimmick either. Just like with Dan Lambert, like it was almost too much the way he hated Tony Khan and AEW, you know?
Yeah, I agree with the coach here. I used to love Road Dogg too. I'm a big DX guy, so like I love Road Dogg. I would love his old stuff.
Oh, absolutely. I'm a huge New Age Outlaws fan. Don't get me wrong there. Love the New Age Outlaws. Huge.
Yeah. Big T saying Road Dogg looks like Fred Durst.
Looks like Fred Durst. Yeah, using Vince Russo tactics.
Anyways, let's talk about this main event.
Yep, here we go with the main event with Ruby Soho versus Anna JAS. Now, I always feel weird going first in these women's matches. So, what did you feel on this match here?
Why do you feel weird?
I don't know. I feel like I try to like give them a better ranking than it should have been, or sometimes I'm too hard on them when I shouldn't have been. Like, I don't know. I want to hear your opinion first. That's all.
Okay. Well, I'll just tell you then. I thought this was a great match.
Okay, good. I thought the same
thing. I really enjoyed it. I loved the pre-match Mark Henry promo. I thought everyone involved crushed that. I thought that was excellent. I thought that it gave Anna Jay kind of continued to show off her new character, her dark, orderless character, Old Man Jeff. I enjoyed that fringe, intense, crazy bitch Anna Jay thing. I really liked Ruby's promo. I thought Ruby had a really good promo against her. I loved Eddie Kingston in the background, like reacting but not saying anything, like just adding to the moments.
That was perfect.
Ty kind of doing the same thing on the other side. It was a really fun and enjoyable, and I like that. So Mark Henry does his shtick where he's like, "There's enough talk. It's time for the main event." And Eddie's like, "Wrap it up. Let's go. Let's go to the ring. Like, come on,
Yeah.
hurry up."
And-
And I really enjoyed that. And what followed was, again, I didn't get to take a lot of notes because I was finalizing to get ready for the stream because Rampage, the commercial times are like 45 seconds. But I was just like, I was watching. I was like, this is a great match. Like, this is a fun little Rampage match. It only went about 11 minutes, but it was a blast. It was really good, and it showed Anna Jay's new character even further, including with the finish with her taking, I guess, the brace off Ruby Soho and like choking her out, and Aubrey didn't see it.
It was perfectly done. Like it was perfectly done.
It was perfectly done.
And
Jericho on commentary, this is one of the other 2 times in the night where Jericho being there made it better. He awarded Anna Jay with the Sports Entertainer of the Week award. And Big T saying they had to redo segment 4 different. They had to redo that segment 4 different times for the live audience. That's why Eddie said wrap it up.
No, they didn't.
Really? No, I don't.
No way.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. Maybe like the camera cut out. They were having like video issues and they had to replay it or something.
Now, I really want to point out how when I said like Anna Jay doing the choking out Ruby Soho with the arm brace underneath, that had such a potential to go wrong and just be obvious that like the referee was an idiot and should have seen it. But she positioned it perfectly and the camera positioning was perfect. You couldn't see the brace underneath her arm and it was done flawlessly. And, you know, you got to give Anna Jay some credit here. Like the potential to ruin that spot was a lot higher than the chances of success. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I agree with you. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, my biggest critique with it was that it only went 10 minutes. I would have loved to seen it go 15.
Yeah.
But it was Rampage, so they just don't have the time.
Yeah. And that's another thing, man. One match of AEW's women's matches can be the entire week's worth of the E. They do 2.5, maybe 3-minute matches over there. Like that one match right there could be more than all of Raw and SmackDown if somebody put the numbers together. I didn't watch, so I don't know, but I bet you it would be more.
That type of thing does happen. People do keep track of that stuff. But that's what I'm saying. It's just like quality over quantity, and I would rather get this really great 10-minute match than what the Fed's putting on, you know? So
Yep, I agree.
It was a really fun Rampage, a lot of fun stuff in it, a few things that I didn't like super much, but I mean, yeah, it was a really good episode.
Yep, I agree. Now, Big T in our Discord said that it was a little disappointing that there were some people getting up and leaving after Dynamite for the Rampage. Now, I didn't notice that at all in Philly or in Jersey when we went. You know, that is unfortunate that was happening, but I didn't see that at all.
Yeah, that is a very interesting thing. I've never heard of that happening anywhere, and we haven't experienced it in we've been to what, 3 Dynamites so far?
Yeah. And it did look full. I don't think anybody left from Hardcam, Big T, but
no.
They did darken the crowd and they barely showed it, so I did notice that a little bit. Huh.
Yeah, so I don't know, that's interesting.
It might just be, you know, it's the East Coast, you know, and people got to work the next day. There's a lot of kids there. People are just taking their kids home, you know.
Yeah, possibly. Okay.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on Rampage before we go into the weekly preview and then we start our match?
No, I thought it was a decent episode of Rampage. Anna Jay impressed me. Ruby Soho even impressed me here. Like I said, I thought this was a great match, and I wasn't sure if I was giving them too much credit. But yeah, this was a great match.
All right, cool. Well, let's get into the preview for next week.
All right.
First up on Dynamite. This Dynamite card came together really nicely, and it is quite nice. We have the dumpster match, the Gun Club versus the Acclaimed.
Okay.
Powerhouse Hobbs will be in action following his turn on Ricky Starks.
He's got to get attacked by Ricky. Ricky's got to come down and do something.
I think Ricky still has the injury. I don't think we see Ricky next week. Or maybe we do.
No, that's a good idea. Give him a couple weeks and get a pop. That's a good idea.
I wouldn't do a couple. I would say like maybe one. Bring him back quick on the lake.
Yeah.
Orange Cassidy versus Jay Lethal.
Okay. Yeah. There we go. Yep.
The Undisputed Elite is back. Hot take right now, Jeff. Are you ready for the fiery take coming in?
Yes, sir.
The Cleaner comes back too.
Who? What was the match again?
It's just the Undisputed Elite is back.
Oh, okay.
It's a segment.
Okay, so it's a segment. So you think Omega shows up?
I think Omega shows up, and I think maybe Hangman gets involved.
Yeah, because I have
Sorry,
heard that Adam Cole is not cleared to do any sort of wrestling or anything like that, so it's just going to be some sort of segment.
That's correct. So here's what I'm thinking, right? Because since I've heard that, I was thinking, right? Like, what if we still do the Undisputed Elite versus the Hung Bucks, right? Where we do, what if Kenny aligns for now with O'Reilly and Fish, and we do O'Reilly, Fish, Omega teaming up, and then we also have the Hung Bucks teaming up. I think that would be cool.
I don't see that happening at all. I see Adam Cole splitting off with O'Reilly and Fish.
Well, yeah, but he's not cleared yet. So if they want to do this tournament,
yeah,
if they have to do it, that's why I would say they would do it.
But I see Kenny going with the Bucks, and we're gonna get the Hung Order, not the Hung Bucks.
So you're saying that Hangman's going to stay with Dark Order?
Yep, for that trios tournament, I absolutely think
yourself.
so.
Go fuck yourself.
I know.
Stop it. Like you have no idea how much you've hurt me just now.
You didn't see my Discord today? I was like, I'm gonna rain on Rome's parade here, but it's gonna be the Hung Order, not the Hung Bucks.
For some reason, I wasn't getting notifications for the Discord much today,
okay.
So I had to like check in periodically. But like you have no idea how much you've just hurt me. Why would you say that? Like, why would you even say that?
Because that's what's gonna happen.
I fucking hate the Dark Order.
Yeah, I just don't know if it's gonna be Silver and Reynolds or Uno and Silver, or it could go any. They could mix it up. It's probably gonna be Silver and Reynolds because they do the most interaction. But
they lose in the first round. I hope they just get shut down. I hope it's
no. So here's what I see happening. I see the House of Black. I see the House of Black being on one side of the tournament bracket, and I see the Young Bucks with Kenny and the Dark Order with Hangman on the other side of the bracket. To go to the finals, it's going to be Kenny and the Bucks versus the Hung Order, and Kenny and the Bucks are going to win it to go against House of Black. That's my official prediction. Stamp it.
Few problems with that, but whatever. We'll see. There's a lot of moving parts, so I mean, anything can happen. I would be very upset if it's just if Hangman ends up just staying with the Dark Order, then like the Hangman character is going to die.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with him, but
so here's the thing. I'll agree with Big T. It does, and Jeff is right. It makes a lot of sense. It does. It really, really does. But it would be awful
for
them to waste,
yeah.
For them to take Hangman's character. Because here's the thing, Jeff. I'm not disagreeing with you. This is not me disagreeing with you. This is me saying that I don't want to think that way because of how awful that would be. Like just give Hangman the kiss of death. Just stamp him with the Dark Order logo on his forehead and just send him on his way to Dark. He shouldn't be on Dark. Hangman Adam Page is fucking awesome.
But I think it's more severing his ties. I think that would be more of what it is
Mm-hmm.
he's done with the Dark Order after that. Somehow, some way you do that.
Sure. And that could work. But I mean, you never know. I don't know. I just maybe I'm just tired of the Dark Order at this point. I know. I like the guys in the Dark Order, but I just don't like the Dark Order at this point.
Yeah.
It's very unlikable.
And with what I said, if he does go with the Dark Order, if they don't go overboard with their goofiness and keep it tolerable, it could be good. It can be good. They just got to keep Silver into a tolerable comedy sense, and we'll be fine.
But here's the counter argument, right? I'm gonna hit you with the counter argument.
Okay.
So things are done intentionally. Would you say that that's a fair thing to say, that things in AEW are when things are mentioned or said, it's intentional, right?
Of course, yes.
Okay, so in Ring of Honor, why the hell during Death Before Dishonor are they like the Young Bucks and Hangman Adam Page were once the 6-man tag champions in Ring of Honor, the Hung Bucks? You wouldn't bring that up. There's no reason to bring that up unless there's some payoff to that. So that's a thing.
Okay. I can agree with that.
And all right, so yeah, I don't like the idea anymore of I don't think Kenny joins the Undisputed Elite. I'll give you that. But I don't know, maybe Kenny says like I'm not quite ready to go yet, so we need to find a replacement for me. You know what I mean? And maybe Adam Cole says the same thing. Maybe Adam Cole's like, I'm not cleared now, but I will be by the time the tournament starts. Or something like that. I don't know.
Caprice didn't know what he was saying.
No, he knew what he was saying. I looked it up. It's actually it was a real thing. They were called the Hung Bucks. That is factual.
That is.
I don't know, man. I mean, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see.
Everything again, Jeff. Like, if this was like a prediction, if I was like predicting, we were doing a prediction match, I would probably predict exactly what you said. I think that the safe thing to do
is the safe bet. Yeah.
All good, Coach. It's fine. I think the safe thing to do is to just have Hangman team up with Uno and 10 or Silver and Reynolds and just throw them in the tournament, have them lose in the first round. But, like, I just want Matt Jackson to text Hangman. I watched BT every week, and every week, almost every week, Matt makes a text or Hangman's talking to the Dark Order about how you stand by your friends. And I just fucking get emotional. Big T, why would you? What the fuck, Big T? What was that? What is that?
What?
No. I'm pouring my heart to you guys, and Big T goes to it and he insults me. Like, what is going on? Jesus Christ!
Did you notice that when the Bucks walked up on Hangman, he was on his phone?
He was. That's what I'm saying, Jeff. And the week before, when Tony Schiavone went to go interview Hangman, he was on his phone.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, he's gonna text them. It's okay, Big T. I forgive you. I'm just emotional right now. It's a very the topic of the Elite getting back together makes me extremely emotional.
Yes.
It's a close second in terms of like emotional for me. CM Punk's return being number one. Hangman, Kenny, and the Bucks getting back together is number two. I just want that moment. I'm chasing that high of the moment that they all get back together and they smooth it out. And I hope that moment comes. Because if it does, I'm going to be so sad. And Big T said it too. On BT, he was looking for the brooms. Again, we're getting there, and I'm sure it'll happen. But it's like, I just want it to happen now. I've been waiting almost a year at this point. Kenny's been out for a year. The Bucks and Kenny turned on Hangman like 2 years ago at this point. Like, it's just super long-term storytelling, and I love it to death. But it's like, the burn is so real, where I just like, because Jeff, I tell you all the time, and I've said on the podcast, I'll be watching BT at work, or I'll be watching it at home, like when I get home, and like when Matt will make the text, and then you read it, and then he deletes it. And I'm just like, no. I'm like yelling at my screen. I'm like, what are you doing? Just fucking text him.
Yeah.
He misses you. Don't you know that? Didn't Brandon Cutler tell you he edits this fucking episode? Why didn't Brandon say something? Be like, hey, Hangman's hurting too. You should text him. Complete kayfabe. Makes no sense, but it's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
My rant's over. It's fine. Anyways, getting back on track from this tangent. Thunderstorm versus Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter on Dynamite. Matt Hardy versus Christian Cage. Chris Jericho versus Wheeler Yuta with if Yuta wins, he gets Jericho's title shot. Rampage will be live next Friday. No matches announced at this time. However, Saturday night for Battle of the Belts 3, we will get the Ring of Honor World Championship. Claudio Castagnoli defending against Konosuke Takeshita.
Yes.
That's going to be great. That's going to be a great match.
Heck yeah.
All right. So that is the preview for next week. Folks, we are about to have a contest. A match.
Yes.
Jeff, could you pull up... All right, so here's what we're going to do, Jeff. Can you pull up the SummerSlam card? You're going to go match by match.
I do not have that ready. Give me one moment.
So Coach sent me his predictions. I have the coach's predictions. should we have Big T and Juan message me separately so that way nobody is influenced by anybody? Or do we want to just say fuck it?
No, we'll
How
just
do you
say
wanna do-
fuck it, and everybody just put your pick in the chat. It's fine.
Okay. Well, may I do the announcements?
Absolutely. Give me one moment here to run something that I am hoping works. I will give you a cue on when you're good to go. All right, you're all set, Rome. Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following is a 4-way dance exhibition match for the rankings in the Broken Predictions division. Now, the rules are simple. This is a SummerSlam prediction show where we will go through the SummerSlam card. Everybody will make a prediction. And then tomorrow during our live watch along, we will have a winner. First, making his way to the ring, representing the High Rollers, now residing on the Strip. He is the high risk bettor, Juan. Up next, representing the King's Court, now residing in the King's Castle, standing in at a towering 7'4", he is the first guard of the King's Court, Big T.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Up next, also representing the King's Court, from the film room, weighing in at a weight that is extremely in shape, the coach, Coach Nick. And finally, now residing outside Philadelphia, not actually inside Philadelphia, weighing in at 85 years old, chairman of the High Rollers, Jeffrey Vegas.
Yay.
Your referee for this match? Rome.
Nice. That was excellent, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. I was pretty pleased with how that turned out. Hopefully everybody else enjoyed that as much as I enjoyed making it.
Oh, yeah, that worked well. All right.
All
So
right, cool.
I do believe I have the card up, and I am ready when you are.
All right. So I'm going to be the official prediction taker. Juan, yes, this is a 4-way. We will have an announcement following something else after this predictions match.
Yeah, Juan, it is a 4-way, but we all represent our teams here, our factions.
Thank you, Coach. I appreciate that. Hopefully, everybody enjoyed that. It took a decent amount of time to figure all that out, and I'm really happy with how it turned out.
It was good, yeah.
And Jeff, see, I told you I was going to tell you how old I thought you were. Weighing in at 85 years old.
Yeah, earlier when you were like that dumpster match when you were 30, I'm like, dude, I was like 12 when that happened. But all right, so let's go ahead and get started with our predictions here. So the first match that I have on the list is the Mysterios, Ray and Dominic versus the Judgment Day in a no disqualification match.
Mysterios versus Judgment Day. No DQ match. All right. So everybody go ahead and lock in your picks. Coach, Juan, Big T, please comment on who you think is going to win this match. The Mysterios or Judgment Day.
And I, of course, will just say mine out loud.
Well, let them lock their picks in first.
Yep, exactly. Coach Nick is picking the Judgment Day.
All right, hold on, let me write this down. Coach, Judgment Day.
Oh, okay. So it looks like the entire King's Court is going with Judgment Day, and the High Rollers are both going to be going with Booyaka Booyaka 619, the Mysterios.
Okay,
that'll be my pick as well.
All right. Okay. We'll see what happens. I could see this being a return for Edge. The fact that this is a no DQ match would concern me a little bit if I had a horse in this race. I'm sure that Big T and the coach are going to have all this figured out. I mean, that being said, there's also a lot of speculation from what I've seen on Fed Twitter about Dominic turning on Ray. So, yeah, I mean, I think that this is a plus. It's WWE booking. Who the fuck? Like, I'm used to putting a lot of thought into these things. So, I mean, I don't know, fuck if I know.
It is time for Dominic to turn on Ray, but I think they win the match first, which is kind of dumb, but we'll see.
Himself. He lives in the 619 area code.
Oh, nice. Okay.
All right, so there's not going to be too much discussion because none of us really watch. We're going to be all watching tomorrow, or at least Jeff and I will be, but you know.
All right, the next match on the list here is Logan Paul versus The Miz. God.
Oh my God.
Oh
what
God.
The fuck, man. I'm watching this match tomorrow.
I mean, I'm assuming that you're trying to push Logan Paul here, so I'm going to go with Logan Paul.
So did the coach.
As is the coach.
All right, so
as is Big T.
Logan Paul. What about Juan? Is he going to be the dark horse here?
Who you got, Juan?
Coach is watching just for our show. Yeah, again, you. Coach, like we'll oh, he got awesome, so he's going.
Okay, The Miz.
All right, Coach, you don't have to watch. We'll do it for you if you don't want to. Just tune into us. So you can watch both if you want. I mean, if you want.
We're gonna do the watch along. You can just hear us.
It's up to you, man. We don't want to put you through any pain or anything. Like that's not the like. I'll put myself through the pain for you. You know, I'll do that for the King's Court. But you know, do you, man? Feel free to watch or feel free to just listen in to us. You know.
I mean, either way, watch along with us if you're gonna watch. You know, try to match up the streams and be nice.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Next up is the United States Championship. Bobby Lashley, who is the champion, versus Theory, who is the former champion, who also holds the Money in the Bank briefcase. So he's trying to get back his United States Championship and still have the briefcase. Just wanted everybody to be aware of the circumstances in this match.
All right, let's lock in them picks.
So I'm going to go, I'm going to say who I'm picking first, and then I'll give my reasoning. I'm going with Bobby Lashley, as is Big T.
Yeah.
The reasoning that I'm going with Lashley, Coach Nick as well, is they've had Theory lose and look like a geek in just about every single match since he won this Money in the Bank briefcase. So I don't think this one's going to be much different. So we're going with Bobby Lashley.
Did Juan give he got the almighty? That's Lashley.
Bobby Lashley, right? As well.
Yeah, I think Lashley's going to win just because that's what WWE does when they have their guy cash in. I don't know if Theory's winning or not at the end of the night, but he's probably going to cash in.
I actually don't think he cashes in. I think he's going to become friends with the Bloodline, and he's going to cash in on whoever takes the belt from Roman in the future. More likely Drew McIntyre is what I'm thinking. All right. Next up, what they are showing here is the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship. The Usos, the current champions, versus the Street Profits. Rome, if you haven't been paying attention, this next part, with special guest referee Jeff Jarrett. Couldn't tell you why. There's no story or anything why, but it's just Jeff Jarrett.
SummerSlam. They're in Nashville. That's why.
Yeah. And this is for the Raw and SmackDown championships. The Usos are the champions of both shows. They are calling that the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship. Coach Nick with the Street Profits. Big T with the Usos. This is the only match of the night that I am having a tough time actually picking here. I really, really want the Street Profits, to take this, so I'm going with the Street Profits. I'm gonna let my my heart, overrule my brain on this one.
You said Street Profits?
So yes, Coach Nick and Jeff with the Street Profits. We got Big T with the Usos, and where's Juan at?
Juan's making his up right now.
He said it's going to be the Money in the Bank match of the night. Main event, Jey Uso and his brothers, the Ones. All right, all right.
So next match.
All right. Next up, we have Pat McAfee versus Happy Corbin. What the hell's a Happy Corbin, by the way? But
definitely not me watching this tomorrow.
yeah. I don't see any chance Pat McAfee loses this. He is over as hell. Everybody absolutely loves Pat McAfee, and he is fire on commentary. So I got Pat McAfee for this one. As does Coach Nick.
Probably Coach was a lock to go for Pat. He's a football guy.
Oh yeah.
I felt like that felt like a lock. I was already like writing it down. Actually, not gonna lie.
Big T also with Pat McAfee.
Okay. And then
And we will just wait a few seconds for Juan.
Yeah, I find Pat McAfee entertaining.
He's great.
But I haven't watched him wrestle yet, so this will be interesting. We'll see how he does.
The interesting thing about McAfee is he elevates Michael Cole to a level that he wasn't at before. He makes Michael Cole like react naturally to things, instead of it all being unnatural and told what to do in his ear.
Well, that's good at least.
Yeah. All right. So Juan is going with Happy Corbin. All right.
No, he said he's got Pat.
He's got Pat. Okay. All of us picked Pat.
Happy Corbin will be sad Corbin.
Yeah, Happy Corbin was a football player. I do remember that.
Corbin did play for the Cardinals as well. This is the coach's match of the night right here.
All right.
I forgot. Yeah, they were. I think he played.
Corbin needs to go back to the lone wolf gimmick with the vest and just looking like a badass with metal music.
Did you happen to see what Corbin said the other day? And I thought it was so funny because he has it in spades.
I didn't.
So, you said you did or you didn't?
I didn't see it. No.
Okay, so he basically said that "go away heat" is not a real thing. It's a fan-made term. And I'm like, that's really fitting coming from someone who is just oozing.
Yeah.
Go away heat. Nobody has ever given two shits about Baron Corbin.
No.
Like, at no point. Like, it's not even that he's like, boo, you suck. Like, it's like, boo, I have no interest in watching you. Boo. Like, it's go away heat is absolutely a real thing.
Yep. Corbin and Reigns were on the Vikings. I don't remember Reigns being on the Vikings. I know he played college in like Miami, or I don't know where he played. But
on the Vikings, I didn't know that.
I think Brock Lesnar played for the Vikings.
Yeah, I was gonna say Brock played for the Vikings,
but I don't know. I could be wrong.
Juan saying, do you think Logan and Pat will have good matches? Pat has proven he can do it one-on-one, but Logan hasn't had a one-on-one match. I mean, I feel like Logan Paul, number one, shitty human being. Don't like the guy. I think that he may be athletic enough to have a wrestling match.
It's gonna be a decent match. It's just, do you care?
I don't
know. No.
Yeah, I really don't care about either of those matches. I mean, I don't like Corbin, and I don't like I forgot his name, Logan Paul. I don't like Logan Paul at all.
I do think both matches will be excellent. Pat McAfee makes excellent matches no matter who he's up against. And I actually do think Logan Paul is talented in the ring. In those tag matches he was in, he was good. So I think it'll be fine.
So, I'm just going to bring this up now before I forget. So tomorrow, during the watch along, while you guys are all competing, I am going to be doing a pro con list tomorrow about SummerSlam. Like live. I'm going to write it down as we go. It's like if I like something, I'm going to write it on the pro list. If I don't like something, I'm going to write it on the con list. And we'll see where I land.
Okay. All right. Roman was on the Vikings. All right. I was unaware of that.
The coach is he's always in the film room.
Yep,
so
yep.
I trust him. It's actually a funny story. We actually got a film room installed in the castle, so that way he could study the film, like while representing the King's Court.
Yes, sir.
So, it an interesting addition, but it definitely has worked out for us. Definitely.
So, Juan, to answer your question, we will be here watching it with you guys. So, I believe the answer to that is yes.
The answer is, in fact, yes.
All right.
Next
Next
match.
up in our predictions is the Raw Women's Championship. The champion, Bianca Belair, versus Becky Lynch. Oh, boy. Okay. Where do I go on this one? Let's see here. Bianca is a very strong champion. Becky's been trying to get this thing back for a while.
I love how Jeff just knows the product. It's almost like he watches every week.
What do you mean? This has been going on since WrestleMania. If you've been paying attention at all, you should know.
Jeff has been paying attention clearly. Coach Big T are locked in, and so is Juan.
Yeah, I'm going with Bianca as well. Looks like all four of us are hitting Bianca on this one.
Can I just make a comment,
Sure.
if I may? Bianca Belair, right? Don't give two shit about her.
Okay.
She does absolutely nothing for me. I don't know what it is. Like, I don't like her. Like, I don't like the style that she wears. I don't like the gimmick of the hair being used as a weapon. It just, I don't know. It just doesn't do anything for me. I've seen her a few times because I watched the Royal Rumble this year, and we watched half of WrestleMania just to see if Cody would show up, and I've seen her wrestle a few times, and like even in the past few years, I catch something here or there, like clips, and I'm just like, I just don't care about her like at all.
So,
like I don't hate her, I just don't care.
So my view on Bianca is, I actually think her hair is almost like a majority of what makes her likable. I feel like without that long braid, she's a worse version of Jade. And something about
any version of Jade.
I just think something about that braid and the hair thing, it kind of does something for her. While I do agree with you, I can't stand that she's able to use it as a weapon. But did you see when she whipped Becky with it?
I did, and like
it left instant bruises. Or welts.
I'm sure, because I mean, she probably hair, like it's a whip. She's whipping her.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. It's never done anything for me. I don't care for the gimmick, like the whole hair gimmick. Her like swirling it around, like it does absolutely nothing for me, and I have zero interest in her or her gimmick.
Yeah, I think it's a character that is severely directed towards the female fan base, the younger girl fan base. Like, it's just pointed right in their direction.
I don't know. I mean, but I don't like that argument because I like other female wrestlers. It's not like I don't like women's wrestling.
No, yeah, I know.
I don't know. I would describe it as a very WWE gimmick.
Yep, I agree. I agree.
Like WWE does this thing, like, while there are people on the roster that like I legitimately want to see again, like I miss Kevin Owens, I miss Sami Zayn, I miss Finn Balor. Like there's all these guys and girls that I really like. For every one of them, there's a Logan Paul, a Bianca Belair, a Baron Corbin, a Madcap Moss. What the fuck is a Madcap Moss? I just don't understand. But like, I don't know. There's like 50%, like maybe not 50%, a good portion of this roster I just don't give a fuck about.
Yeah, I got you.
It's a very it's a very mainstream, bland vibe.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I just wanted to make that comment.
All
I did
right,
see what
next up.
someone mentioned in the chat. Did we see what Kevin Dunn said this past week? Yeah, he's got to go.
You said she's not attractive enough. Like, dude, you look like a buck-toothed donkey, bro. Like, and you're gonna say some shit like that? Get out of here.
So also, I think it was Freddie Prinze Jr. because he used to be a writer for the Fed. He said that if Kevin Dunn didn't think a woman was attractive enough, he would literally tear up 6 weeks of TV because like a writer would be like, "Hey, this is what we want to do with this woman," and like he would be like, "She's not hot enough," and he would rip it up.
What a turd.
Yeah, absolutely a turd.
All right. Next up, we have the SmackDown Women's Championship. The current champion, Liv Morgan, versus Ronda Rousey in a rematch. This is an interesting one here. I think we're gonna get some interference from a returning Charlotte, and I think we get a upset of Ronda Rousey winning this match due to interference from Charlotte. So I have
Upset?
Ronda winning this.
You consider that an upset? That's not an upset.
I guess that's not an upset.
Hold on, I gotta write down
Everybody
this
else is
quick.
picking Liv, so maybe it is. I don't know.
We gotta see Wands real quick. Hold on.
We got Big T and Coach Nick. Wow, I'm the only one that picked Ronda. Okay.
Here's the thing, right, Jeff? I think that you are 100% in the correct here.
Incorrect?
You're correct. You're
Oh,
right.
okay.
I think Ronda Rousey is absolutely going to win this match. I think Liv Morgan is genuinely over with the fans. She has a connection with the fan base.
Yeah.
Because she's somebody that has busted her ass and has dealt with all of WWE's bullshit the entire time, and she's just kind of stuck in there, and like that type of thing matters to fans, and so like there's a connection there. That being said,
Big
I
T
think
just
that WWE
nailed it.
in all honesty, I consider the entire pay-per-view tomorrow and an upset. Yeah, absolutely, it's an upset in general. I mean, Wyndham is the main reason we're doing this, but also we enjoy streaming, so like it's fun to jump in on a Saturday night and have fun. An upset because it's going to be a low-key banger. No, Juan, stop it. Juan, what are you doing? Jeff,
Hey, they could surprise us.
Is this how the high rollers act, Jeff? Is this what you're...
Night 3 of WrestleMania could surprise us. It could be a good show. You never know.
I think Charlotte returns. I think that they want to do Charlotte versus Ronda, part 500, whatever it is. So I think Ronda does beat Liv. I think the fans get very upset about it. And that's just what it's going to be. I mean, I understand everyone thinks Triple H is going to cause everything to instantly turn around. And I don't want Fed fans. I do want Fed fans to be upset. I'm sorry. Yeah, can Liv win? Sure, she should win. Liv Morgan should win this match.
Yeah.
Is she going to though? Like, I think Juan, T, and Coach are making. If this was AEW, they'd be making the right pick here. But I look at Liv and I think that they had her cash in and win the title for a pop, and that's it. And then she's gonna unfortunately drop it to Ronda. Right back to Ronda.
I agree. All right. So next up we have the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. The current champion Roman Reigns for over 600 something days versus Brock Lesnar in a last man standing match. Well, I'm obviously going to be going with Roman Reigns on this one. Is that Wardlow behind me? Yes, that is Wardlow. Ronda absolutely did handpick Liv to take the title off of her. That is definitely a thing.
Coach picking Roman.
She said, the only way you're getting this title from me is if you give it to Liv Morgan. And they were like, okay.
Big T picking Roman. And now we're just waiting on Juan.
Looks like we went Roman. What you got, Juan?
So, I'll say this, right? I think Juan said he would normally go with the alpha male, but he's going to go with the tribal chief. All right, so everyone's going Roman here.
The tribal chief.
So I think this is actually not interesting, but I think it's going to be a weird result. It depends on how well it's been smoothed over with Brock. Because Brock, they made that action figure that T showed us at Comic-Con with him having both belts, something he's never done.
They've also announced Roman versus Drew at Clash in the Castle for the title. Haven't they? I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure they've announced that.
I mean, you watch the show, you would know. You tell me. This is dumb. That's really dumb. All right. Well, then, yeah, Roman will probably win. I don't know. What I could see actually have happen is if Theory does cash in, maybe he only cashes in for one belt. I mean, he can't cash in for 2 belts, right?
That's a good point. You can't cash in for the Undisputed, huh?
Yeah, because it's 2 belts. So maybe Theory, like, let's say Roman wins. Coach is like, what the fuck is a Clash at the Castle?
It'll be their show in England coming up.
Yeah, they're doing a show, and I think isn't it Scotland?
Or somewhere out there, yeah.
Yeah, they're doing a UK pay-per-view in September, and it's called Clash at the Castle.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big deal. It's gonna sell out like instantly.
I think it already did. I mean,
they haven't been out there in years, so yeah.
It's their first UK show in like 5-6 years.
Yeah.
So, and it's a pay-per-view, so it is gonna do big numbers for them. Yeah, I think Austin Theory could definitely. All right, so here let's do some bonus points, shall we, folks?
Well, the bonus point was going to be how many tables are broken. So,
hold on, Jeff. I'm getting there. I have a few bonus points for you boys. Relax, Jeff. Okay. Relax. All right. So the first
a little tipsy over here.
Austin Theory. I'm sorry. Will Theory cash in, and will he walk out with gold? Not both golds. It could be both golds. Whatever you think. So this is a 2-pointer. So I'm gonna say, will Theory cash in and win gold?
I say no.
No to both?
He will not cash in, so it will be no to both, yeah.
All right, so Jeff's saying no. All right. Do you think this is Brock's last match for a long time? It depends. It depends on if they actually got Brock to stay around. Like, if he's just doing Vince the favor of finishing the SummerSlam match, then no. Coach saying no both times. He will not cash in and therefore will not win gold. Okay. Jeff is ready. Yeah, Jeff is always ready for WWE pay-per-views. Or I'm sorry, PLEs. That's like, he loves it. This guy is so happy that we're streaming tomorrow. So that way he has like an excuse publicly to watch it. But usually he's like at home under the covers, like his eyes peeking out of the blanket, like, I love this. Now, then, forever together. Juan saying he will cash in and not win.
Okay.
Juan could pick up 2 points here. We'll see what happens. So now we're just waiting on Big T. I need a lock in for the bonus points from Big T. Will Theory cash in? And if so, will he walk out with gold? I'll give Big T a second.
Yeah, give him a sec. A-Town down. The A-Town down thing don't even work anymore. It was AT Austin Theory, and now it's like he's just Theory. So now he's just Town down.
Coach, so these are bonus points. So all bonus points are for points. These aren't just ties. These are bonus questions.
Yeah. It is to help break ties, though.
Well, yeah, usually they do.
These bonus questions might really... Yeah, that's pretty much what happens to us.
Or in Forrest's case, they'll cost you. Big T saying straight up no. I feel like Big T just did like a frantic Google search.
Yeah.
Like... Austin Theory. Okay. All right. So, cool. All right. The next bonus question, folks. Get ready. Seth Rollins. His match with Riddle was canceled. This is going to be... Let's see. Number 1, will Seth Rollins wrestle at SummerSlam? And then number 2... who will he wrestle if he does wrestle someone? Now, if you say no and he does not wrestle, I'm going to give you 2 points. Because, it would be worth it more, like, point-wise, to just take a shot in the dark and say, yes, he's going to wrestle and who he is.
So, question though, before I answer, when you say will he wrestle, is that a match or just gets into some sort of altercation? Can this be either one?
Yes, because SmackDown they didn't say anything about him. At least I don't think they did. I feel like Twitter would have said something. So, okay, will Seth Rollins be in the ring and do either a match or or a segment?
Okay, my answer for that is yes.
All right, so hold on. So Coach says yes. Coach, you need to let me know who it's going to be with. All right, Jeff, you said yes.
And Bray Wyatt is my with. Ooh, that looked like it hurt.
Jeff, what did you say?
I said it's going to be Bray Wyatt who he's having the segment with.
Go fuck yourself. Juan saying not have a match. So Juan's saying he won't be there. Okay. Coach said, yeah, I did 1-2 no match. Okay, so Coach is going no match. Correct?
Oh, so he's not going to interact with anybody, just go out there and yell and scream? I can see that.
Coach is saying he might interfere. He's like, hold on, let me think. Okay, that's fine. This is no rush. Everyone, make sure you are confident with your answers and lock in.
Oh, so Coach, the story with Seth Rollins right now is he was supposed to have a match with Riddle, but they just pulled the match. Like, the match is not on the show anymore, and there was no reason given.
Well, no, the reason given, there was a kayfabe reason why Riddle's off the show. It was
the injury,
that he
right?
got injured when he fought Seth Rollins on Raw.
You're right.
But that's a kayfabe injury. Riddle's not actually hurt. There's a rumor that they want to hold that for the Clash at the Castle. That's what the big word going around is. Big T thinks he's going to issue an open challenge. Okay. So Big T, that's a yes from Big T. Big T, please let me know who you think is going to respond. Juan thinking Seth will interfere during the Brock versus Roman match and cost Theory when he cashes in. So,
okay. I like that.
That would make a lot of sense, and that would make sense why you're thinking that no. I mean, it would make sense if Triple H put Seth right into the main event. I mean, he's always been a Seth guy, and vice versa. All right, so we have a no from Juan, a yes from you. You're saying Bray Wyatt. We need Big T to say who he's going to face, and then Coach is still trying to think. He has no idea. Coach says he thinks Seth will be on the show in some way, probably interfere, like he said before.
So yeah, with Juan and Nick, put yes with interference, and that would be that they could both be right that way. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
We are fair here. So Coach is saying yes, interference.
All right.
All right, so I just need from Big T to hear who Big T thinks he's going to face.
He would just be randomly picking someone. He said open challenge, so let's let him be correct if it's an open challenge.
I guess so, but then, like, who would... Okay, he said Goldberg. There you go. Okay.
Oh, God.
Locking it in. That's it. Goldberg. I don't know.
Dude, as soon as he said that, holy crap, that could happen.
I could just see Big T sitting at the keyboard right now, like he's like watching our stream on like a laptop or a desktop or something, and he's just like, "Fuck, I don't know, Goldberg."
Yeah,
I could just see it happening right now. That's hilarious to me.
Oh,
all right,
shit.
folks, bro, Goldberg. All right, folks, the next bonus point question, because everyone kind of chose the same matches, I feel like, so we got to have a few of these. How many tables will be broken?
All right, I'm going to answer before everyone else so it doesn't skew my answer. I think there will be one broken table on the night.
Okay, Jeff saying one.
And I know this doesn't count, but it's going to be in the Mysterios match.
Yeah, I'm not asking for where. You're saying that's what I said. What are the other wrestlers? What other wrestlers are there? You could have given us like 3 wrestlers to choose from, Rome. I don't know, man. I'm not trying to sway people's opinions. Sorry. Juan saying he's got 3 broken tables on the night.
Coach with 1 as well.
And Big T saying 2.
All right.
All right. Let me think if there's any more bonus points that I can give you guys.
Nah, that should be good.
Okay, here you know what? Here we go. I got another one. How many times throughout the night will I say this is fucking stupid?
Ha!
And someone needs to keep track because I don't know if I'll be able to.
Man, I think I'm gonna push like 5 on that one.
Hold on, I'm waiting. I'm writing everyone's name down. So you're saying 5? Is that what you're going with?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Jeff saying
definitely
I'm
my
gonna say-
over/under. If anybody who's into gambling, that's definitely my over/under. It's 5.
Okay, so you're going with 5.
7.
Coach saying 7. Coach is gonna keep track. All right, cool. Thank you, Coach.
Wait, this is tomorrow night or Sunday night?
This is tomorrow night. Well, that's fine, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
I thought it was Sunday, and then I remember you said, I was like, wait a minute.
All right, so I'm still waiting on picks from Big T and Juan. Oh, Juan saying 100. 100? Wow, okay. I'm locking it in. Big T saying 45.
Yeah, they're just
All right, so to be clear, you need to be in a plus or minus like 2. So like if I say like 8, I'll give it to Coach. Or if I say like 42, I'll give it to Big T. So it's not like a who's closest. It's like are you close enough for me to be satisfied with your answer? All right. Well, so that's what we're going with.
yeah, I
We're
like
going
their
with
answers. I like
Coach with 7, Jeff with 5, Big T with 45. Jeff, you went really low on this.
it. Yeah, I did.
You went. What if it's 6? Well, so this isn't a winner. Like everyone can get a point. But I mean, like if you
Yeah.
like Coach, if you and Jeff both said the same number, you both could get the point. So all right. So I think that's a. I also. I don't know if I want to do this. A bonus point. How many times is Jeff gonna say "Let's fucking go" tomorrow? He's so excited. He's so excited. This guy. He
I
is,
might say it if the Street Profits win, because it would shock the hell out of me.
Yeah, I don't know. We're not gonna do that.
Nah, yeah, we're good. think that's good.
You want me to run through all the picks real quick?
Yeah, go ahead and run through the picks real quick.
All right. SummerSlam, the Mysterios versus Judgment Day in a no DQ match. Coach picking Judgment Day. Big T picking Judgment Day. Juan and Jeff both picking the Mysterios. Nice little split there between the factions. Logan Paul versus The Miz. Everyone taking Logan Paul except for Juan, who's taking The Miz. Big T saying 4. Oh, are they doing the... Oh, okay. You guys are making the bets how many times Jeff's going to say let's go. Coach saying 0. Big T saying 4. Juan saying 0 because Rome's already on him for being a low-key fan. Yeah. I'm not going to do Jeff like that. We're not going to do points for that.
Yeah,
Although
it's
he
all
will say it at some point, I'm telling you. The U.S. Championship, Lashley versus Theory. Everyone picked Lashley. The WWE Tag Team Championships, Usos versus Street Profits. We had another split here where the Coach and Jeff took Street Profits. Big T and Juan took the Usos. I almost said the Usos. Pat McAfee versus Happy Corbin. Everyone took Pat. Raw Women's Championship, everyone took Bianca. SmackDown Women's Championship, Liv versus Ronda. Everyone took Liv except for Jeff, who took Ronda. The WWE Universal fucking World Best Sports Entertainer Championship. Last Man Standing, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Jesus Christ. Everyone picked Roman. Bonus question number 1. Will Theory cash in and win gold? Coach says no. Juan says yes, but no gold. Big T says no, and Jeff says no. Bonus question 2. Will Seth Rollins get involved? And if so, with who? Or will he have a segment? And if so, with who? Coach says yes, interference. Big T says yes. I don't know. Goldberg. Juan says no for interference. Oh, no, but there will be interference. So I guess both Coach and Juan both think yes, interference. Jeff says yes. Fuck Bray Wyatt. All right, cool. Bonus 3. Yeah, Coach. This is WWE Rome. This is gonna be amazing tomorrow. Jeff 1, Broken Table. Juan 3, Coach 1, Big T 2. How many times tomorrow night, from the beginning of the show to when we go off the air tomorrow, will I say this is fucking stupid or something along those lines? Like, as long as I'm saying fucking stupid, like, we'll understand what I'm saying. Like, if I say he's fucking stupid or this is fucking stupid or that's fucking stupid, all the same. Coach saying 7, Jeff saying 5, Big T saying 45, Juan saying 100. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the SummerSlam predictions. May the best man win tomorrow. I think this is going to be very exciting, at least in terms of who's going to win. Rome, no alcoholic beverages, so you don't say fucking stupid more. Okay, I promise I will not drink alcohol tomorrow night. You have my word.
I cannot promise the same.
Coach saying we're gonna have a winner based off the matches. He likes the mixture a bit. Yeah, this is a really good one. I think we will have a clear winner. I think everybody picked differently at least once. So it's like, and between that and the bonuses, like, I'm sure we'll get something going.
Yeah, and
Juan saying the High Rollers are going to be celebrating it like the Bloodline. I don't know about that. Big T saying, screw that. If I'm forced to watch WWE, I'm getting Jeff Hardy stupid. Oh no. Oh no. For the sake of the show, I'm not going to, though. I mean, I don't know. Does that matter? I mean, Coach saying no. What's the ruling on that? I mean, it's. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I'm in the mood or not.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
But all right, I think that does it for tonight. You got anything else for us?
Yeah, so I would like to make one more announcement for tonight. For everyone tuning in, we appreciate everyone hanging out with us. I have an announcement of a brand new championship that will be introduced into the Broken Tables universe. The Broken Predictions Tag Team Championships. This is a thought that after much discussion with King's Court, we've decided that it's time for the King's Court to hold more gold. Because while I am the reigning defending Broken Predictions champion, the King's Court has served me well. They've had my back since day one. I fucking love them for it. So, Jeff, once again, did not read my contract. It's a really bad habit. You really need to make sure you're reading these things. I also have the power to instate a new championship into the division. So, yeah, we're going to have a Broken Predictions Championship, Tag Team Championship. And the champions, the inaugural champions, will be decided at All Out. That matchup will be the King's Court, the Coach, and Big T versus the pathetic losers over at the High Rollers. Jeffrey Vegas, Old Man Jeff, and Juan. So that's the announcement. We will have the Tag Team Championships. This is a great way to get people involved, get you guys involved, get the fans involved.
Absolutely.
To have some more fun with predictions. I mean, obviously, the King's Court's going to take the gold home for a long time. I can't even imagine the King's Court not. Like, I can't even. Like, I trust Coach and Big T so much They've done nothing but serve the court well. So by the end of All Out, I'll be the world champion still because, quite frankly, there's nobody that can challenge me. So it doesn't matter. And the King's Court will also bring home the tag team championships. Jeff, how you feeling about this?
I think we're gonna surprise you, and we're gonna take these home, aren't we? There, Juan.
Yeah, my boys got this though. I have nothing but confidence and faith in the coach and in Big T. Two very smart men. Coach is nailing it right now. Bruno Sammartino status. Like that's the goal. That's what we're gonna have. Like we're gonna be like 20 years in, and we're gonna just give the belts up. We're gonna be like, I'm just fucking bored. I'm just done with this. Like let's get some fresh blood in. Maybe I'll like give the belt to someone else in the King's Court at that point. You know what I mean? And you guys are gonna hold the tag titles for forever too. So like maybe we'll just all like share all the belt at some point. Like we'll just get bored. But yeah. So it'll be fun. All Out's gonna be a really fun weekend, and it's gonna be even more exciting.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be awesome. So it should be great.
Yeah. Hopefully, Jeff. And that's the other thing. Jeff. I know you're excited because you think you could finally win some gold, but you're not even gonna be able to beat the rest of the King's Court. It's gonna be pretty embarrassing for you, but it's okay.
Retire the belts.
That's what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to hang them in the rafters,
All right. So I think that's gonna do it for us for tonight. You want to go ahead and close us out? It is almost 1 o'clock. Ugh.
The coach is like, "What do you mean? It's like 10 o'clock here."
I know.
619.
I wish I was still on Vegas time, Coach. I wish.
See, that's why during your ring intro, like I made it clear, you're now residing outside of Philadelphia, because you make comments like that, like, "Oh, I wish I was still in Vegas." Like, anyways, this has been episode 60 of the Broken Tables podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider giving us a like and a subscribe or a follow, depending on where you find us. Thank you to everyone in the chat tonight. Hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you to the donation from earlier. Really appreciate that as well. For those of you who aren't listening to us live, what are you doing? You got to come hang out with us. We have a blast every single Wednesday and Friday.
Absolutely.
But if you can't make it, you're checking us out post live. Thank you for listening or viewing our podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, and Anchor. You can follow us on Twitter at Broken Table Show or myself at XGamerForLifeX. It's below my box on the screen. It's also in the description below. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram at the Broken Tables Podcast. Again, we go live on YouTube following every single AEW Dynamite, Rampage, and even pay-per-views. For some reason, we're doing a SummerSlam stream tomorrow, watch along. Feel free to join us. If you don't like WWE, you can watch us go through the pain and you don't have to watch it. And if you like WWE, I'm sorry, still check us out though. We hope to see everybody tomorrow. Until then, see you guys later.
Right on, everybody. Thank you guys very much. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that bell notification so you know when we go live and make new videos. And we promise not to blow you up. We only put out quality content here rather than putting something out every 30 minutes of the day. So please hope to win that subscription for you guys. And for tonight, Top Guys out.